Hey guys, welcome to the Bloom Sunset Sessions. Not sunrise. It is 6:43 p.m. And we're making a special exception for our guest here, Nikki.
Not much of a sunrise girly, but
No?
more of a sunset girly.
The heck,
myself.
we'll get you on the
Nikki
sunrise.
from
I don't
Y-
want, look, sunrise maybe if I'm still awake, not
Nikki.
so much
Sure.
to start my day.
Sure, we'll get you. We'll get you on
You're
the.
right.
We'll get you one of those. when
Nikki
you're-
from
Ooh,
YXE
there we
Local
go.
Live, though, hey? We
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
drop that whole thing down.
Hold on, I made an intro.
I know, that's why I was reminding you.
Well, you should pull, or I could pass it to you. Okay, we got an
You can do
intro
it.
for you, Nikki.
Yeah,
Ready?
I can add to it. I'm good.
No, you do the second half maybe, or the first.
Okay, give it to me. Just start.
You do the first. Okay.
Okay, Nikki. Intro for Nikki. Underlined. Oh, that's the very start. Sorry. Okay, today we've got someone really special on the podcast, someone who's been showing out for the Saskatoon scene over and over again. You'll see her everywhere around town, at shows, supporting, posting. You might know her on Instagram as YXE local_live. Which has honestly become a go-to spot for finding music in the city. I think it's the only one that I know of.
I think so too, yes. Nikki is one of the biggest music fans we've ever met. She's at multiple shows a week, sometimes multiple in one night, often in one night. She's an incredible supporter of local artists, a creative person herself, and honestly just a beautiful energy to have around. She's been a huge supporter of Bloom from the very beginning, and we're just so stoked to have her hosting our next Bloom Jam at Art Bar on October 24th.
Oh, so excited.
Hey.
So
Hey.
welcome, Nikki. Welcome to the pod.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
This is kind of like a first for me, and I'm really excited to do it with you both. So
Yes,
Yeah.
we're stoked. We're stoked to have you here. Welcome to my jam space where we podcast and make music and have lots of fun.
vibes are pretty good in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're thinking one day doing a show maybe in here, weren't we? Like if invite only. This is how.
when we get
Exclusive.
an
Very
an
exclusive.
office and what is behind the camera goes away, then yes,
I like it.
which
I like
will
it.
happen soon. Okay, so
I'll fire at her.
you fire. Okay.
Hey, so
Fire.
right off. Yeah.
Question time.
Well, we're
Ready?
just curious. We want everybody to know what you do, and you know, since we met you, you've been on the scene, and you've been helping us out a bunch, and you've been posting for us, and you have your own view of it. You do such a good job with your videos, the tone of it. And you know it's yours right away, even without your logo or anything. Like I know it right away whose it is, right? And I think that's really, really cool.
Signature.
What inspires you to do this? Like what gets you going?
That's like, I mean, there's like a whole long story, I suppose, about that. But like, what kind of inspired me to do this was I grew up in Saskatoon, and I honestly wasn't like huge into the music scene growing up here, and I wasn't necessarily even like in my young adult years, I wasn't into it that much then. I like barely ever went out to local shows. And then I moved away for work for about 4 years, and that was during COVID. And then I moved back, and I kind of like it was kind of like having to rediscover the city in a new light, because it was like post-COVID, but it was also like I had been gone and like just like grew so much as a human in the time that I was gone, that I got to like come back and experience the city from a new perspective, which was and then doing that, like I found my joy going to local music, right? Like I started, I made myself a promise that I was the type of person that would never really like go out unless I had somebody to go out with me, kind of thing. But I still really wanted to do the thing, right? Yeah. And so I had made myself a promise that I was going to like start really trying to like go out on my own, kind of thing. And the easiest place to do that is at a concert, because there is like a collective energy that everybody is experiencing the same thing together. And it doesn't matter if you're alone or not, right? And so I started doing that more. And then it just became the only thing I wanted to do, right? And so I was like, my friends weren't doing things. So I was like, well, I'm going to go to a show tonight. And I'd just be like it was so hard to find some of these shows, right?
Yeah.
So I'd be like, oh, I didn't know that was happening. I would have really loved to go to that, right?
Very common.
You didn't know about the first show you said? Didn't you say that earlier too? The first show you showed up for Bloom, It was
Yeah.
you didn't know it was happening.
I didn't even know about it.
Yeah.
And so that kind of like, as I did that more, I kind of was like, I was going to these shows already. And there were a couple local bands. There was one night where my friend came into the city. We went to the Sum 41 show at Saskatoon Center, and this was like earlier this year. So we'd bought tickets forever ago, and then one of my favorite local bands announced a show the same night. And I was like, how am I gonna make that work? Like, I really want to go see this one, and I looked at her and I was like, are you down for like a journey tonight? And she was like, yeah. So we went to Saskatoon Center, saw 3 bands there. After that, bopped over to Capitol. We saw 2 bands there. It was 7 Mile Sun and The Hour Hand, who's now Black Tea. And then we ended up at Bud's at the end of the night. And so I woke up the next day and I was like, I saw 6 different bands last night. It was so much fun.
Oh, good for you.
And then I went, how can I do this all the time?
How can I do this every
How
night?
can I do this every
That's
night?
smart.
How
That's
do I
smart.
live in this energy kind of thing?
So you didn't do that growing up? You didn't go to concerts like that?
Not really.
Remember
I
when
was really
you said
never a
that-
concert person.
Nikki,
It's crazy.
remember you told me we're the exact same person?
Well, I
Like it's
feed
the
off
same,
of.
but just the
yeah.
experience is like I was the same. I was gone from here for 10 years. Came back, moved back to Saskatoon, started bartending, saw this place in a whole new light.
Yeah.
You know, and then ended up meeting a lot of really cool people, old friends. But it's it was funny that you were saying that because I didn't know that part about.
Yeah, and it's like, while I was gone, I really, really came into like understanding who, not just like who I was, but how I wanted to experience the world.
Mm-hmm.
And the music scene here, I felt like had kind of, with COVID, it felt like everybody was just like yearning for that connection. And now I wanted to experience that connection as the new person I knew I wanted to be, right?
That's so cool.
And I
it's-
found that in our
it's-
music scene.
Love to hear
And
that.
the only thing, it sucks that this was post-COVID. The only thing that sucks about this for you is it was so fucking rad before, and like things got messed up after, right? Like, and the scene is when people are playing, it doesn't make any difference about their performances. I
Yeah.
get that,
It-
and your experiences, right?
It has changed
Yeah.
over time, and
But the same people are still here though too, and I think it's it's making a
we've
resurgence.
definitely not lost, but like there are people who no longer play music in the scene, and it is kind of it is sad to see that because they're like there's so many they're just incredibly talented.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely it's changed a lot, but
I just know as someone who like knows everybody too, right? Like there was,
Yeah.
because we have such a rad time with you, Neuro, too.
It is honestly, like, it truly is. I find that the most universal way to connect with humans is like through lived, like, lived experience almost, but like the only way to at a show, you're all living the same experience together, maybe from like different perspectives, right? We all have different perspectives going into that, but like through that, we're all feeling the same energy, and we're all there experiencing that energy together, which already creates a collective energy kind of thing. And that, I think that's why the music community we have right now feels the way that it does, is because like there is that yearning for connection. We're all disconnected. We're so connected, we're disconnected,
Yeah,
right?
totally. agree with that.
I think we're more disconnected
Than
than
ever.
than we've ever been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because, like, again, like just our intake of screen time. I
Of
think
grat-
all-
yeah,
the
all-
instant gratification of all of that, right?
People
all
are
of our
together
screen
communicating with
time.
each other in real time.
Yeah.
A lot of people are spending their time doing it elsewhere.
And the music scene really does keeps connection alive. It really does. Every time.
That's kind of part of why we do it too.
It's a major reason for
Like,
sure.
that's why
like,
we started, because we needed to. Like I needed
as
it
humans, yeah.
as humans. Like I wanted
Yeah,
to freaking play and be out and do stuff. man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I tend to, just because I've been a sound tech and then a videographer, it's like I'm only ever at shows when I'm working at them, so that has become a habit of mine.
Yeah.
And
so
that's tough for you too, I imagine, right? Like if you're always doing that, you're not playing, you're getting fed in different ways. Like,
Yeah.
it's your job. It was your job at the time. Get
for
it?
sure, it's
Yeah.
changed my relationship with music, and that's why I love meeting people like yourself, Nikki, because you remind me of why it's so important to be a music fan. And although I am working in the industry and trying to forward it and being a musician myself, sometimes I have lost touch with just the joy of being a music fan. Honestly, I have, and but I see your love for it, and I see Cory's love for it too, and it reminds me of that purity of like, you know, I tend to overanalyze everything to a place where now it's no longer pure, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and that,
That's why we
and I mean
balance each other out too. So
that's where that's kind of that tough connection between like something you love and you wanting it to be your life, but you know, as soon as it's a has to, you lose that, like, I don't know, like the autonomy in it almost, right? Like, and that
it's got to be a get to.
That can be like, that's a tough thing to balance,
Yeah.
right? Like, and I get it. Like, I felt that since starting this whole thing too, I felt that too, right? Like, I constantly remind myself, like, you started this because of the love of it, because you're having fun. And like, at the minute that it stops becoming fun, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
And that to me is, I think, the biggest thing, right? Like, I don't want to feel obligated.
Yes. And I will add to that and just say there is a balance to that, because there are some nights where it's just something happens, it's not fun.
For sure,
right?
yeah. But like at the base of it, like if I'm experiencing something strictly because I feel like I'm obligated to, and it's not also an autonomous choice for me to like want to experience it, then it's not why am I here?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's the
if
biggest
you
thing.
have
And I mean,
to, that's the killer of everything.
that's the thing is,
I have
and
to
those
do this
there's
shit.
like rules I set for myself too, right? Where it's like, you know, the perspective thing that you talk about. It's the whole point is that it comes from like an authentic joy of what I'm experiencing.
Yeah, so if you're talking,
and I want that perspective, you to experience what I'm experiencing, even if you're not there sharing
you're
in
doing
that
a
energy.
very good job of that, I must say. You are. Like,
I'm so glad you know.
You just completed a lot of things in my brain there, to connected a lot of things, but
Yeah.
I can relate to it, and I love seeing it because it takes that kind of energy too.
Yeah.
When things maybe aren't, you know, we're not in the best, most connected world right now, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Just to talk about the scene.
Yeah,
Corey,
let's
you
get
got
back
one?
to the scene. I got
one.
Okay, you go. Yeah, you go, bud. You go.
So how have you seen Saskatoon's music scene change since you've been documenting it?
That was my question.
Mine now.
That's a good question.
Mine now.
I don't know. Like, I think I've seen it grow, right? Like, you can see that, like, the more people that are out experiencing these shows, the more they seem to pop up, right? And I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, we talk about like everybody like yearning for, you know, I say like yearning for connection. And I think that's the thing, the shift that I've felt, that like, you know, coming out, you know, post-COVID, when I maybe first started this, it did feel like there was like an energy of like, oh yeah, like we just need to get started and doing it again kind of thing, right? And it's like, okay, right. So we do that. And the growth that I feel like I experience in this is that like it's becoming a community again, right? The growth in connecting with others, and you can see all this like collaborative energy happening. And it's just, I think all of that comes from that wanting to, I mean, connect, right? Like that's what it's all rooted in, right?
Yeah, and music does it in a different, strange way, though, and I think it's maybe it is unexplainable sometimes.
And I just think it's like a time that we're, you know, it may feel like we're constantly losing the arts, but I think all of us are sitting here being like, in spite of that, we are going to make the art whether or not it feels like we're losing it, right? And that's how we save it.
Even know that you're an artist. Like,
well, exactly, right?
I didn't consider myself an artist until I was over 30.
That's me neither, right? Like, and now I'm like, you know, I was always like a music person, right? Like, you know, I sang when I was younger and I did all that kind of stuff, but like I never really realized what music meant to me. And now I can really feel that it's like, I don't know,
That
there's
you have a place in it, Nikki.
Yeah.
That's what it's telling you, because it is
and
that.
getting to kind of like discover my own artistic, abilities, or even like that I
Speaking
didn't
of-
realize I was an artistic person either.
Speaking
right?
of, you were on the stage, first time you've been on the Bloom stage, singing the other night at open mic. No, this
I
is
was.
like heck proud of you moment.
It was
like,
fun. It was lots
and you
of fun.
sounded great. You sounded
Yeah.
great.
It's
Teenage
something-
dirtbag. Come
Oh,
on.
It's always a fave. Always
Classic,
a fave.
classic.
Like I've always been the girl that, karaoke. There's that, if I'm in my car, I'm singing, right? And it's
so
something
that
I
means-
wanted to do when I was younger, but just never really explored because my life took different directions, right? So
Yeah.
it's really kind of cool to.
What doesn't matter when it starts is you can do it now. You're doing it. You're actively out in the scene, and now you're on the stage doing that. And you sounded
it's-
great. And
I mean, and that's what this community is.
well, it's
is
knowing that
like,
we all have something in us. We can all contribute to music in
the
some
amount
way.
of people that have just been like, well, are you are you a musician? And I would just be like, no. I mean, I kind of
Not
like
yet.
sing. And then I had so many people be like, well, what do you mean you just sing? Like
Exactly.
that makes you a musician.
That happened to me
right?
that night at
And it was
Jacqueline's
that
house with you. That's the
flipping
first
that
time I heard you
narrative
sing.
for myself. I went like, holy,
Yeah.
yeah. Right? Like what? I don't know, and that's where it starts, right? And then everybody's so supportive in this community. So it's easy to,
Because
it
everybody,
really is
but
pretty easy.
everybody starts
Yeah.
somewhere, or else like with Saul. Saul's always kind of done. You've always been banging on something and making sounds, right? From a pretty early age. Wasn't or not so much, or were you like teens, mid-teens?
I got my first guitar in grade 8.
Okay, so that's not super young, but grade 8, yeah.
My
formative
But I think
years
it
for
can-
sure.
yeah.
I was around
That's true.
like my mom kept doing it. Both of them did it before I was born, but then my mom kept doing it. But so there was some of that, right? And that's obviously why I was interested in it,
That makes
because
sense,
of her
yeah.
pursuit of it. But
Yeah.
she also put it away at some point, right?
As I think a lot of us do at some point, like maybe a little bit. Mine have been pretty small, but like
I mean,
But, you know,
the realities
hear that.
of having 3 children,
yeah, no doubt.
and
No doubt.
and dealing with that is,
That's
you
when
know,
there's
if,
no choice.
if I had 3 kids, I would still need personally to find time, because I think that it's important. I think the inspiration aspect, like just showing people you can do it, whether it is kids or like people who know you from childhood, or just people who know you now
when
in
you just
general.
want to
it's
spread
important.
it too. You want to spread that love and connection, and and storytelling and art, and it's a good feeling to get that, and you get that escape from all the bullshit that's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think that anybody who is in general a music fan has musical tendencies.
Yeah.
I think that's just how it is. If you're interested
Yeah.
in listening,
That's
like
what you told me.
if something draws you in about music,
Yeah.
well then probably you're like music is human. Like it's not
Exactly.
it's like air, it's like food, it's not separate from us, but it has been separated, and it has been like that person is a musician,
Bottled up
you're
too,
a
and
fan,
putting
you
corners.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's also
Yeah.
like really tough to make a career, so it's not worth the average person pursuing that. Not everybody should go, I want a music career, because it's so true that you should only do it if you have to. But to play music and be part of a music scene and to participate,
Yeah.
everybody should do that.
Well, and I have this kind of, I've talked about this with a couple other people, where the kind of that the reason why Saskatoon is so special when it comes to our music scene is because when I talk about like where's the vibe and like
Coined the phrase.
I
for sure.
I like to joke with people like,
it's all
if
the
you're a
vibes.
drinker, like we could play a drinking game. How many times does Nikki say vibe in this podcast?
That's
Kind
what
of
we
thing.
should've-
Take a shot every time.
You know, we were talking about music to come into. It could have been, that's a vibe.
That's
I
a
want a
vibe.
vibe.
Yeah.
I got the vibe.
That's a vibe.
That's a vibe.
But like the vibe is that, to me, it's like that connective energy that we're experiencing there. And when it's rooted in passion, that's it. Like that's the vibe. And Saskatoon is so special because if you're doing music here, you're doing it because you love it. I'm not saying like everybody's success, like you can be success looks different to everybody. But if we're talking about in society's terms of a successful musician, like you can get that coming from here, don't get me wrong, but if you're here doing it, you're here doing it because you love it. And that to me is the thing that we're experiencing together when I'm watching somebody up on stage, is that I can feel your joy. I can feel the like authenticity of you living in the perfect energy that is yourself, and you're up there vibing, which means I'm down here vibing, because now we're getting to experience that. I'm here loving it, you're up there loving it, now we're all loving it.
Yeah.
Like that's the vibe.
Yeah, and to be honest, Bloom wouldn't exist if it weren't for exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because
truth.
the caliber of musicians we're having coming and participating on nights where there isn't money for them, but an audience of people who want to listen and stuff, right? It's like that in a different city. Those people are working musicians and they don't have time to come play a community event, right? And I understand that from a video perspective. It's harder to, once 100%. You do it professionally, you get paid for it, it's harder to go.
Well, you have to. You
yeah,
have to at some point.
And like that's no shade to the people that do that. Like
No.
go for hell
yeah,
right? Like it's just that, like, I think it's something that we need to also just remember, right? That like if you're, and that's like I said before, if you're not up there having fun and like doing it because you are genuinely enjoying.
You know who you made me think of? Sorry to cut you off, but Patty Fedro.
Truth.
Like she's a freaking
one of
rock star.
Oh my gosh.
And she's doing our open mics.
Yeah.
and
next open mic she'll be there.
That is one of my, Patty's one of my, shout out to Patty.
Patty Fedro,
everybody.
We love you.
But that's that exact energy that I'm talking about,
totally.
right? That's what you go to a Patty show. That's what you're getting.
Totally.
Is that,
right.
and that's, so like the shows that I'm at, the ones that I want to go to that's what the root of that energy is for me.
Yeah. I hear that. I love that.
Yeah.
Fully. And, hopefully we can find a way. Our hope is that we can find a way to help musicians earn some of it.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, of course.
Our hope is that we can leverage, an online community and bring in some dollars to pay the people who are so passionate, because the passion is intoxicating and the passion comes across so well online, and that's why we're very excited about the video component of what we do.
Yeah.
And you're totally right though about why it's just a very special scene here.
And honestly, that whole, whatever you call that, the
vibe,
what you were just talking about, the
vibe.
But I just had this epiphany when this was happening. I could see. No, listen.
Okay.
No, listen.
Hold on, everybody. There's an epiphany coming.
It's my turn. So I had this epiphany. I was like, this is going to be the narration to the start of this little documentary we're going to do about all the shit that's happened in the last 8 months. We have all of it on camera, and then we go into what's coming next. And I could just hear you narrating, like seeing you at a show, and we could see her vibing. But like, and her saying what she just said, because it was so real, and you gave me this moment. So keep that on the side notes.
He had an intuition.
He did.
That's what I meant. Not epiphany. Whatever the fuck it is. Who cares? You know what the point. Sorry about the story. We can bleep that out. Whatever.
No,
we're not all cheers.
We're not bleeping.
There's no editing.
I would like to say that
we got 7 views.
One of my worries on my way here was, how am I not going to swear this entire time?
Swearing.
And I literally, I just want to put it on the record, Mom, I haven't sworn once.
Mom, it was
Cory,
me. I'm sorry.
And I work in a male-dominated industry, and swearing is my default.
That is fair. There's no restrictions around swearing.
I mean, okay, good. I mean, now, like, watch me drop F-bombs I'd be like, I've been holding
Nikki,
them in the whole time.
I honestly didn't know if there's restrictions or not. I just found out.
Like I think you guys have been influenced because YouTubers tend to block them out.
Fair.
And I think like maybe with more kid focused content.
Well, that's what you know what I mean.
We're not really not that we don't love all ages and we don't want kids to watch the content, but we are currently speaking about not an adult industry.
Yeah. No.
But you
It
know
is-
what I mean.
Well, and that is like that
I wonder
is
what kids are watching these days anyway.
You're right.
I think the F-bomb is
You're
quite
Actually,
all
and-
right.
You're right.
You know what? And to the earlier question that you had, what is one thing that I have noticed that's changed is actually kind of along those lines. The amount of all ages shows that I have seen popping up,
Oh, I like this.
some of our local promotions companies are doing great things with these
You're right.
all ages shows. And I mean, like, Lunar doing their backstage pass.
Yeah, we partnered up with her on that.
Beefy Records puts
Helped her
together
MC, yeah.
all ages shows all the time, right? And
the green room,
Green
open
green room,
mic.
green room, like that's the thing. And so that's something that I am really excited to be seeing, right?
I
Because
agree.
that you experience, if you're only experiencing music online or through, stereo, I guess, right? Like
Yep.
that vibe that I'm talking about, it'll disappear.
Yes.
Right? And if our younger generations don't get to experience that collective,
Yeah.
collaborative, connecting energy, we're gonna lose it. So
What's your advice for us? Like we're doing an all ages open mic. We just started it. We have a great connection and a good following from people our age,
Yeah.
a few years younger, older, of course, but
Yeah.
not so much that. Maybe we've got to go just walk around and just.
well,
hand out
that's you know what I mean,
flyers
or
or
like
something? Or get a band
youth
behind
groups.
us?
Go
and you?
do a shout out at a youth group, or you know what I mean. Like there are tons of like youth programs out there that
We've reached out to Krista too with
Yeah.
her. She's it's in the works, but I'm just curious. Like
Yeah, I mean,
it's tough because like I'm not a parent myself, so but like from what I would see is that like you can tell that parents are trying to like limit their kids' access to things online, and our industry, especially in our community, is often 19 plus, right?
Yeah.
And that's just because of the accessibility of venues too, is a big part of that. But social media is likely not the way that you're going to reach those kids unless you reach their parents. But even then, I don't know. I mean, like, I know my mom wouldn't have seen a metal show online and be like, you should go to this metal show.
I think if you're hitting the TikTok properly,
True, maybe, yeah.
100%, you're gonna.
Which has been my job, and I
I'm
have
gonna
not
spill
been
some
doing
tea
that
on
probably.
myself. I'm like not a big social media girly.
That's great.
Until now,
That's
this
great.
thing is the social
Yeah, I was
media
gonna say
thing.
lie.
Right?
You answered my questions in like 1 second. I was like, "There's no way you're not a social media girl."
I mean, I am now.
yeah, like whether you like to or not.
I
you're on
am
there.
now, and but not even on my like. I got into a TikTok thing right like during COVID, but like I didn't care that much
get it,
about all of that
yeah.
stuff, right? So I'm not not the one to
That's great.
give advice that way, but
That's
I know
great. That is
Well, you do a
healthy.
good job with it.
it
but
is
not
healthy.
really. Yeah.
Now like I said, I set pretty firm boundaries for myself. So
Do you find yourself like, because you're on it, are you doing work, or do you get caught in the?
Are you
in the-
speaking from experience here, Corey?
Yes, I am. I get caught in this whole tornado of
look,
things.
I
Like, how did I get
I
here?
am an ADHD girly who will get caught in a doom scroll,
Right.
no problem. But
The system was set up for this. It gets people like me. and
no,
Nikki.
100%. And the thing,
It legitimately is. Yes.
no,
All of us really, but,
truly is.
yeah.
And the thing is that like when I talk about setting boundaries for myself, it's that when I'm in the moments, right, where I'm experiencing that, there's limitations on me accessing my socials during that, right? I go to a show, I have a rule that I set for myself. At minimum, I try to capture like 1-2 decent videos or contents that I try to post in the moment to get a little bit of that. But then after that, there's no more obligation, because the whole point for me is to live through that experience, right? When I go home at the end of the night, I can do it then, right? If the vibe feels
If the
right and
vibes-
calls
if the
for
vibe
it,
is
then
there.
I'm all for it, right? But it's like, okay, that's how I separate the work from
Yeah.
the joy,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah. Good. Limitations.
So I got a
Teach Corey
question.
those.
Yeah. What do you mean? What's going on?
just call them out.
What
Always,
the heck?
always.
What the
That's my
It's with
job.
It's with love.
I'm
It's
just-
with love.
I get bullied so much around here. It's crazy.
I mean, you might bring it on yourself.
I'm
a
just
little
sitting
bit.
here trying to be ready for a question.
Hey,
Just sitting here.
she said she had limitations on clips.
I know,
You're
I'm
like,
just-
"Brah, brah, 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 brah."
Oh, that's but
But
it's
you're
on my phone, and
I know that's
It's
a
my
whole nother
problem.
thing.
Yeah.
I get what you the advice, but it's a me thing.
Well,
Nobody else has to deal with it.
you've explained it before, and I understand that.
Yeah.
Is you're practicing. It's
Yeah, well,
practice.
it's
You're
made
learning.
me get
yeah.
better. Like obviously just doing it, but like that's one thing I need to get. Like that is key. I think just insanity,
Yeah.
let alone. You get to find those moments when it is the moment, and then you catch it, and
That's
you get better. I
exactly
think at being aware of that.
Yeah. Do you have a question for me? Because
Yeah,
I'll
I
just
do.
keep talking.
No, I don't, that's what I'm trying to. I'm trying to.
Sorry. Okay.
I'm
ask
trying
me-
to get
ask-
you.
Please
We
ask me your
sidetracked.
question.
Okay. You've been such an amazing supporter of Bloom. We've talked about this, but what draws you to what we're doing, what Bloom's doing, and how do you see Bloom fitting into the bigger music scene in Saskatoon?
Oh, that's loaded.
Yeah,
That's a
well, just start with
two-parter.
just
Okay.
start with just start
What
with
draws me?
what draws you to
what
what we're
draws me to
doing
Bloom?
with Bloom? Like what brings you coming back to our shows? What makes you want to get on our podcast on our 3rd ever episode and go down this gauntlet with us?
So like initially what drew me to Bloom was it was intimate, right? Like that's it. You could like sense this kind of like everybody was welcome. It was a warm energy. That was like the first thing that I noticed when I came to one of your events. Like I think I started coming to your open mics in like February or March. And it was an open mic where you were experiencing, like you said, like high caliber musicians, but in this like extremely warm setting where like you walk in the door and it's like it felt safe already, kind of thing, right? And then you meet the two of you and that just gets like even bigger, kind of thing, right? I mean, like the energy that you two have combined, as well as like that you exude, is like that like safe, warm, welcoming energy. And you can tell that that's what gets put into your events. And that's what drew me to it, right? Like I got to see good, easily accessible music that I wasn't honestly exposed to, that I may not be exposed to anywhere else. But then it was just like this energy of like, you're meant to be here with us in this moment, kind of thing. And that's the thing that drew me to you guys. I mean, and then I got to know you better, and it was like it was I felt like I was a friend early on before we were, I'd say we're pretty good friends now, but like I felt like a friend right from like day one.
We did
it was
too, man.
honestly, it was that was the thing. And that's the thing, right? Like I've said this whole thing for me is rooted in connection. So when I'm connecting, that's where I want to be, right? And you guys made that easy. And like, so if you haven't been out to one of these events, like you come and experience the energy. It is, I have talked to so many people about like, have you ever been to a Bloom event? Yeah. The energy there is unreal, right? The vibes are so high. Agreed, because it's intentional and it's like skillful on top of that, right? Like you have figured out some way to like meld this very high quality experience with such deep care, not only for what you're doing, but for every other person that's in the room with you. And that is like, that's I don't know what, if you're not doing that, what else, what are you gonna do? No, but it's the
so
truth.
kind.
Like I don't just say that to say that. Like that is,
Yeah, I
that's
felt
my
what you just said.
experience, right? And how do you guys fit into the community? I mean, like that's what everything should be based off of. So honestly, I think there should be some notes taken. I think that the foundation of like the energy that you guys are putting out into this community and the way that you're doing it should be the foundation of where we can see things building and going forward. And that's the T. You know what I mean? Like,
thanks, Nikki.
I
That's
want to be
so
very
sweet.
clear that I don't just say that because you're friends. I mean that so genuinely, that I wouldn't be friends with people who weren't.
Yeah, when you were a Bloom
doing
fan
that.
before we were able to be
Exactly,
friends, right?
exactly,
Like you
right?
came in and
Yeah.
my first
I
memory.
don't play favorites, but I might have a favorite.
Well,
Okay?
she did tell me this at one time. I do not play. But
it was at the
I'm
beginning
just
when I was
kidding.
like,
No,
I
that's-
want to be at every single one of your events, but I
Yeah.
also need to learn how to network.
yeah, yeah, and you do a great job of
Yeah.
going out and doing that and giving love where love is due.
No, and that's the thing, right?
That's an amazing perspective for us, Nikki, and we really, really, really appreciate those words because it's hard to.
We're just talking about how it's hard to do this sometimes because
Yeah.
we forget. Not that we forget that stuff, but
No, but
that you're picking up what we're trying to say, what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
And-
when it resonates, that's the thing, is that it resonates.
Yeah.
And that's, I feel the same way with MySpace, right? Where I started this thing and I didn't really have a vision. It was just like, I don't know, I'm going to start doing this. And the vision really started to come to fruition as I got to know you guys better. I'm going to be real about that. That like it gave me a space to be able to discover what my authentic experience was like and how I could translate that out. And that's why the things that I do on my page, I do with intention.
Mm-hmm.
And then to hear that from others and be like, you can tell that there's this vibe about it, or that it's
That's
like
really
that
cool.
and like to hear that and have
Yeah.
it resonate and to be like,
I was gonna ask you what kind of messages do you get? Like, we get lots of lovely messages all the
yeah,
time, but
honestly, the most of the feedback that I get is like I get in person a lot.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't know who I am. Now you all do.
Mysterious.
I've been
Now
I've been
we
around a
know.
few times when the people have figured it out. I'm
I
like,
know.
You don't know, you don't
That's
know
one
Nikki?
of my favorite things.
You don't know Nikki?
People I'm like,
This has happened to me a few times.
you do that? Oh, that's
Oh,
weird.
you're
I still don't know that's a
YXE
thing.
local live.
It's still weird for me. Hold on, I'm losing my
Okay,
headphones.
I know we're running shorter on time,
Are
but we still have to talk about Nikki's coming and the big announcement.
Oh, yeah.
Our first host that
Well,
you've already
we-
said.
okay.
I know,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
she's coming and it's next Friday
Next
at
Friday.
our bar.
October
And we're-
24th.
We're
at
honestly
our
super
bar.
excited to have you
We
out.
are.
And
I'm hosting.
and we've been talking about this for a
I don't know
while,
what that
like
means
Saul,
yet, but-
Saul and myself, because
Well, this is a big deal for us, Nikki.
yeah, and it's like, and like,
it?
I need a break. I need a break from hosting too. Like,
Yeah.
I like, as everybody knows me, I can get stuck in another room for a second, like for
Yeah,
a smoke
yeah,
the other
yeah,
night,
yeah.
and I missed a freaking couple songs. Sorry, Saul, but I think just to have that break so I can work at the door and talk to people about what Bloom is about.
There are so many jobs required
Yeah,
of us
exactly.
within an evening.
Yeah, if we can relinquish that, it's amazing.
And, for example, if I wasn't doing sound, I could focus more on the videography. If you're not hosting, you can focus more on being,
yeah.
Present.
present with
Yeah,
people.
in a
Well,
different
that's
way.
it. Just
Yeah.
kind of
Different
was
way.
my.
Yeah.
That's how it had to be. We were just. We didn't even have these things set out. Like sound. Yeah, he's doing sound. You're basically telling me what the hell to do, but I'm going up on stage winging it most of the time, right? And you just work it out, and But I think now that we have support and we have people that matter to us that are doing the things that matter to us in the scene, we want to come in. Like we thought about artists coming in to host.
Yeah.
Band hosting, and then you were the
Well, you're
obvious first
perfect.
choice.
You're literally perfect.
So our first ever guest host,
Yeah.
besides the women's nights host, but
Yeah, we've had a few hosts at 3 Hall there, and it's always been a sincere
I think
pleasure.
I think it was just the women's night because I'm pretty sure I hosted every single other night that ever happened. I can't
know,
remember.
like-
Could be.
I can't
think we
remember
had
missing a night
couple-
besides those
Like
ones.
some of the musicians have hosted some of your open mics, I think, but like
I don't think so, because I don't think so because the only time that I ever missed was my dad's 80th birthday, and I came late, and Nova hosted, wasn't it Nova that hosted that night for Connor or for
Connor for
Connor.
Contrafact.
That was the only time that was on the other schedule because I know I worked every frickin' Friday, Saturday, the whole time.
Well,
Yeah.
we
The
def-
whole time.
Yeah.
You know?
We definitely had the women's open mic, and that
Yeah.
that was always great, right? It's a
Yeah.
different perspective.
sure.
Like yes, Bloom is us, but Bloom is long term. It's the Bloom Collective.
For
It's a
sure.
Bloom community.
For sure it is.
And so it's important for us to have other people come in and share a different perspective.
Yeah.
Because Cory and I have one perspective.
Well, and I love that too, and it allows me to. I need a break from it too, to be honest. It's a long time, and people know who I am when it comes to Bloom. Now it's not, it's a pastime, but
honestly, it's a great opportunity for my own exposure. Honestly, and like one of the things, this whole social media, I don't know, music community journey for me. Like I said, there wasn't really a vision, and now it's opening doors for me that I didn't really consider. And one of the things I thought about recently is I think I really would like to get some MC skills, right? And so it was a pretty easy conversation. I
think you already have the skills.
I mean,
to be honest,
I'm a bit of a talker.
We'll have a couple
Hey.
talk. We'll have a talk before though. There'll be some things that we can talk about.
And that's the thing is that I'm the type of person who, if I commit to something like that, I want to put intention into it, right? I can wing a lot of things. I can talk your ear off.
I think
right?
I knew
I'm
that when
winging it right now.
You gave me. It took you a week to answer the question though, so I knew after it took you a week that you were when you were in, you had to think about it, but you were
That's
in.
the thing. That's exactly it. Because
Which is fair. I'm not
that for me, it's very if I'm going to do something, I want to do it. It doesn't have to be done exceptionally well, but I want to put time and thought into it because I care about my product, right?
And to who? Well to who? When you go into
and to me, that's exactly it, right?
And that's just
to me, when I do something my best, it means that I've dedicated thought and time to it.
I see what you're saying, especially if you haven't put in the time or the work to do
right?
it.
I can wing a lot of things,
I get that.
but sometimes a little bit of structure.
Whatever it is to you that you need to do that.
This
right?
is off the record, but a little bit of structure is okay sometimes.
I'm all the structure, please.
He's the structure police.
Yeah, I am.
That's why we love you.
I am. More structure, please.
Yeah. I'm I thrive in organized chaos.
I love it too, but the amount of times that we've
I love it.
the amount of times we've
thrive
stepped
in it.
on
We
that
can't both be
stage
like that.
unprepared, and we're just
See,
now
you
we're-
have a Saul to your Cory, and you have a Cory to your Saul.
Yeah.
I have a Nikki to my Nikki. So
you got a Cory and
we
Saul
have
to
to
your
be
Nikki.
disciplined
And
sometimes.
and I take offense to this as well. Unprepared.
He's
I'm a natural. What are you talking about? I will make anything
We're
work.
born prepared.
I was born prepared.
born prepared.
What are
We
you-
didn't have to do
let's
anything.
get realistic about this right now. But
Look.
there's times I forget things that I should have mentioned. Yes.
Look, the difference between me when I was a younger musician and now, or the Middle Ages, I'll say, now I'm coming back to what I did when I was young. When I was young, I was smart enough to go, I'll have things prepared specifically for in between each song. I'll have, this is this kind of joke that I find funny because of this song, this reason. And then I let go of that. And I came to Saskatoon again, and I started playing shows, and I just improv'd all the talking always.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, sometimes you strike gold. Sometimes.
But yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Any good
And then-
speech I've ever written or I've ever done, I've had to write it down because I knew that. Like my
Well,
brother's.
the thing is
stag
that
and-
you can
and Pink
you
Wig
can
speeches, right?
really the thing is the thing that I think is important in that is you can have touch points, but
Yeah.
and not it's different for everybody, right? If
It depends if it's a speech or if you're hosting for a night. This is the difference.
For
you know what I
sure.
mean? Hosting the night, I always would not want to get caught in my shit either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you can
There's a
lose the
balance.
connection.
Absolutely.
There's a balance.
There's things that I don't want to forget, and I'm a forgetful girly.
Me too.
Right? And I get really when I am in my high energy, I experience things on a high frequency all the time.
Yeah.
And so when it's sometimes it's that high frequency is a that's the only thing, right? So then it's okay,
feel you there.
okay, girl, you can be in that high energy, but just there's always a touch point. Just check in. Just check in.
Well, I think nowadays it's super easy with our phones to be organized enough to keep some bullet point notes. You're right.
Yeah.
And that's how for sure. I gotta go.
I was gonna say I could sit
It's
and do
my-
this for
it's-
another hour, but I'm going to the Green Wing
You
show
guys can
tonight.
keep talking, but I gotta post.
Yeah.
No, this has been wonderful.
It really
We've
has,
covered
Nikki.
a lot of topics. We're very excited to have Nikki host our first ever Bloom Jam with a host, and she's gonna crush it. We already know she's gonna crush it. You'll see lots of video of her.
We got some crazy musicians coming out that night too.
Ooh.
Oscar's Hollow.
Who's that?
Oscar's Hollow, naming the
Ooh.
one bigger band that's coming. Fallon Baptiste is coming.
Oh, that is. She's one of my
who
favorite
else is on
humans.
it? I can't think. Norman Dirksen, I think, is on it too.
Ooh.
Now, do you need the list?
Big
now?
Ale?
Do you need the
I'm-
list?
Huh.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, maybe I should. Get
Well,
the
just
list.
because now you said
Yeah, you're right.
4
I
out
said-
of 5.
Yeah, you know what?
Well, I'm
Let's
trying to
list
get
them
them all.
all.
There's-
I want to
there's
know.
5
Let me
right
know.
now.
Let me
I'm
know.
close.
I want to know who's all
I'm gonna
going.
do it right now.
I don't even know yet. This is hot off the press.
Yeah, we have not put it out there yet. Nice. Get it.
Get it.
Get it.
Get it.
Get it.
November.
Yeah, I'm excited though. I'm excited.
I am also very excited. It's a new, exciting opportunity for me, and
Oh, I was
I don't know,
pretty
just-
damn close. I
You
said,
were.
come.
were.
place
If
to
I
do
said
it.
Big AO, I was missing. Okay, only, and I don't know how I did this. Ella was on it. That was the only one I missed. So Big AO, Ella.
Ella Benz.
Ella Benz, Big AO. I have a maybe from somebody, and I don't know if I should drop their name. Eliza Doyle.
No.
Too late.
This is
You
go-
can bleep.
This is going to be
don't
done
bleep-
by the time people
don't-
see this.
Don't bleep out.
By the time people see this, the Blue Jam is going to be done. So
No.
there's 7 other people.
Hold on. I'm here promoting. What are we doing?
That's amazing. Yeah, let's
Yes,
send them
it'll
over.
be out before.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't worry about it.
I hope so. I hope we get like 100 views. Like, and if they go this long to
Don't
get to
bleep
this
out the
part,
swearing, but you can bleep out that name.
I'm not gonna bleep out
you're
the
not
name.
bleeping
No.
up nothing.
Tea's
I love-
being spelled.
But
There's no editing. She's just a maybe right now.
Yeah, and she
so
wants
Maybe.
to come. She
Like
wants
it's
to
a
come.
big
So
secret.
if she could make it out, she'll be there.
it was my.
Yeah.
I had to get on a call with her today, but she had like an hour gap, and I was working up north, so I couldn't do it.
All good. All
Okay,
good.
let
all
me
good.
finish the list off. Norman Dirksen.
We're very hopeful
And
she'll be
Fallon
there.
Baptiste and Oscar's Hollow to round it up, and we think we might just stay somewhere in there, in that number.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we're really struggling with we love our
Upper.
community and we
Yeah.
want to just put everybody on the list,
Yeah.
but the nights are going so late.
We don't have the luxury to
That
start at 6 either.
No,
that
that's-
we
Yeah.
did before,
That's
At
right?
Art Bar we can only start at like 9:30.
Yeah.
Because they have shows going on. and
They
there's stuff
do
going
have
on.
a show before in that room, so
multi-purpose room,
Which
really.
makes setup tough, and
it's
yeah.
yeah.
We were just talking
That's
about
the
that. yeah.
thing that it's a lot of work for you guys, and
yeah.
it's appreciated. You know what I mean? It shines through.
Thank you.
So
We do accept appreciation dollars.
I have it in
we do.
hundreds.
That is what we need.
We do have an
because-
ongoing Bloom fundraiser right
because well, I'll tell a little
a
insider.
story.
I'll tell a little insider. I'll spill
Tell
the
an insider. Get in.
Ooh,
I'll
more
spill
tea.
the tea.
This is this is the Bloom tea session.
So this one's a deep tea.
Right, yeah, right when I gotta
it's
go
a
for dinner.
deeply
Jeez.
steeped
No, it's
tea.
deep. It's deep.
It's steeped.
A deep
you know,
dive.
These shows are really tough, and
That was me, don't worry.
Sorry.
these shows are really tough, and sometimes Cory and I and them, and even though they've been like phenomenally beautiful, they'll go so late, and by the time we've packed up all the gear, brought it back to my house,
What
brought
time
it
was
in,
it on Tuesday?
it's like
1 o'clock?
even on the Tuesday open mic,
Yeah.
it was still one.
It was our first go at it though too. Like
Yeah.
new
Yeah.
space, never been in their setup, so
Of
we can
course.
cut some of those times.
We're gonna figure these
That's what you're
things
kind
out.
of talking
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
too.
But what I'm saying is we do sometimes we feel that feeling of like, should we do this?
Yeah.
We feel that feeling. But then, we post the recaps. That's usually when it
That's
happens.
so many shares.
We post the recaps and people are giving us appreciation dollars. And all of a
Yeah.
sudden we're like, oh yeah,
That's
right.
why.
Yeah.
This community is why we're
Those
doing
first
this.
timers that were jamming with us, they were sharing it after, and like just that you saw their words. I can't remember exactly, but they were
Yeah.
just
Like
yeah,
they
it was-
they got to be a part of the Bloom thing for the first time that
That's
night
exactly
as a
it.
musician, and it was just like even though it wasn't a ton of people in the room,
No.
the potency of what happened was so high, and
Agreed.
there's so much hard work, and
Yeah.
oftentimes it's like, is this really like I could be focusing on my music, or I could be focusing on
well,
my
you should
business.
be focusing on more of yours,
I could be
but for sure.
Yeah, I could be
Yeah.
focusing on a lot of other
But
things.
it's like you do have now 3 jobs. A musician, 4 jobs. You count sound man and to go do your own, but you won't do that anymore. Now that you're half and half on Bloom, but
yeah.
but you're that, and then your day, Saul Nova.
Yes,
so
and
that's a lot.
And community and friends and
For
time
sure.
and
Family
and
yep.
health, and it is overwhelming for sure at times, and we often question it, but we question it, and then we get this like answer that, hey, look, it's worth it because people are getting a lot out of it, and it's worth pursuing. So even though it is a challenge, we're just going to keep going, and we're going to lean on our lovely friends for help, and we're going to make it the Bloom Collective and see where the heck this goes. We're going to keep talking on a camera.
Yeah, and we want we want to know what people are looking for too. What kind of shows are you wanting to do? Who you want to see? We have some really cool things we're going to be doing in the next 8 months, and being that we're doing the open mics, doing our part, like we're not really Saul and I are not taking any money at all. We're putting anything that we do make towards Bloom, and we have to actively fundraise to do that. But at the open mic, and so like we're like, that's when we start to question too, like you were talking about. But then these ideas, I think we have coming, could be a way to help that for the artists. To make things a little bit easier for them, but and for ourselves too.
We're good at pivoting. We're good at pivoting, innovating. Yes, getting discouraged, but then going, okay, what would work? How do we twist this in a way that could work? It could be less effort.
It's an evolution, right? And that's that.
You have to be adaptable, I think, and a little bit rubbery.
Like being adaptable, being flexible, but also like it's nobody ever gets it right the first time, the second time, the third, fourth.
And I think standing
honestly,
up for
like
yourself too, in general.
if you get it right the first time, I bet you there's something. You know what I mean? Like that's how. You
got to build some character.
That's how you hone some. That's exactly it.
You got to get knocked down a few hundred times.
Hone your. It's growth. That's
it's
the whole point.
Anything that you get
that's
is
the
rewarding.
Whole point of being human.
Anything
baby,
that is rewarding, really, is you have
growth,
to put in effort
right?
to do it, and it's going to hurt a little bit to get there, right?
We're definitely in the trials area of this business. Where we had kind of a cushiony situation. And we're in the trials.
But even in the cushiony, that thing worked. It worked, and it's
there was other things.
And there's things that didn't work sometimes.
Of course.
But some shows that didn't work. But for overall, I think when we got a good belief in ourselves, regardless of financially, that we were capable of doing things that we creatively thought of and executed. And people bought and got, and like saw that what we were trying to portray or whatever. I think that's important. And Yeah, I gotta go to dinner, you guys.
Sorry, I'll trap you. I'll trap you.
Hey, by the way, if anyone sees these dirty socks in this video,
seriously,
I was at work all day and I came right from work to here. Hence,
I definitely thought this was gonna be outside, which is why I'm currently wearing.
And Saul's super comfy
a
in his
vest
black.
inside. But that's okay.
Saul
I'm not
did
as
his
warm
breathing
as I thought I was gonna be.
You did your breathing exercises before this, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Oh shit, I did.
Did you?
Yeah, in a different way, I think.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Me neither.
Not a clue.
I didn't even get Nikki glasses.
It's been
what the hell?
Yeah, we should have all worn. Nikki
that would have been
so brilliant. Okay.
I thought you were gonna gift us some. Like, here you go, guys.
Okay.
She's our guest. We're supposed to gift her.
What the hell? Where are my gift glasses?
We have one. We have one. What do you mean? Ours is prepared. We just haven't given it to her yet.
Okay. Cory has to go for dinner, which means we're gonna let him go. And I gotta get ready for the Green Wing show. Green Wing. Former lovers, Bitterfly.
I say that we give her a gift. Give her a shirt. She can wear it at our host, and she has a shirt from us at Bloom. Host.
I want a bunny hug, so we need to
talk
about that.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Well,
we got to talk about bunny hugs.
Let's take an hour.
It's an hour. I also want one.
We need bunny hugs.
We should make bunny hugs for just the host.
Just your podcast guests get bunny hugs.
But only
and
one.
It can say, I was on Bloom Entertainment's podcast.
That's
on the front.
Pretty cool idea. It's to wear around town, and they get
and they'll be like, "What's Bloom? What's Bloom's?
Oh, you gotta see it.
What's Bloom's Sunset Series podcast? Oh, you don't know?
Sunrise Sessions.
Look, let's talk about some. We're gonna have some marketing talks. Let's have some marketing talks.
I gotta get out of here.
I'll
get trapped in this conversation and not get the hell out.
Let's go. We need to go.
Thanks, everybody.
We should just all talk over each other right now. Ready? So we're talking.
Our next open mic is next Tuesday. Not this Tuesday. The following Tuesday.
Why are you screaming into the mic?
I know I'll be louder than all of you if you're talking.
You're always louder than everybody.
I am.
Maybe not you guys.
Maybe not me.
You guys
I don't
are-
know.
That's why my mic's turned
Corey
way down.
and I
right now.
are the
I'm just
same
going on his mic. I'm literally just on his
Okay,
mic.
hold
He
on.
thinks I don't know. I know.
I'm quiet.
When's the next open mic?
It is the 24th or
No,
28th, sorry, of
28th.
October.
All right, and then
And
when
we're thinking, what are we thinking? Did you see that suggestion today?
No.
Halloween themed?
Corey, you have to go for dinner.
I know, Halloween themed. I
For
think
the
we do
28th?
for the 28th. We do a Tuesday open mic
What does
Halloween
that
themed.
mean?
Ooh.
Well, it's Halloween is
Dress up.
dress up
Do
party.
people have outfits already
People-
for the 28th?
The 20.
It's the
I mean,
28th.
I
That's
have.
like
I
2
have
weeks away.
my. I have two
And you'd wear
costumes.
it?
A week away.
Would I? Well, I mean, it's a lot of. Yeah, I'd wear something.
'Cause you
Look,
don't
I'm the
wanna
kinda
give it
girl-
away.
No, well, that's what I'm. You know what I mean?
So
I
then
hear
are
you.
people? You know.
I don't know. I'm the kind of girl who has
What?
a tickle trunk.
What?
I'm not
What?
the
Like,
kind.
you're,
I'm
you're
not,
saying
not
for a
the one to
contest
ask
or
with
something?
this.
Is that what you're talking
No,
about?
no. We just randomly go Halloween themed.
Yeah, but you know, like contest is good, but like the theme is the fun
No, I
of
don't-
dressing up
I-
and going to a Halloween.
I don't like the
party.
contest thing because no one cares about.
Yeah,
no
That's
one
what I'm
does
saying.
that. No one
Halloween.
cares about
I think
it.
people are just down to vibe and go with the theme and have a good. If you have
Sure.
other things going on,
Sure.
You heard it here.
just a dress up party. And
October
this is Ella's
28th,
suggestion,
Halloween.
actually.
Okay, I'll take
And
it.
we may or may not be going as. I'm not going to spoil it.
Yeah,
No,
don't spoil it. No,
I'm not going to spoil it.
You and Ella?
When's the next
Yeah,
jam?
yes.
When's the
I was
next
like, fuck
jam
yeah, I'll
at Art
dress
Bar?
up.
The one that I'm hosting.
Friday, the 24th of
Yeah.
October.
What time?
It'll start at. We don't know the exact starting time right
For
now.
sure,
but it'll be
doors
started
open
by-
9.
Yeah, doors will be 9.
9:15. But you can
I'll
just
do
come
my
in.
frickin' sound check and setup when everybody's in the room. It's all good.
Well, and the front.
all good.
Saul's favorite thing.
The front.
good.
I don't know what's going on in the front, but you grab a drink too. If it, you know.
Yeah,
No,
that's
no,
the
no.
thing, right?
If you're not
Come
feeling
on.
like you
No,
want to
it's
vibe
all-
back
it's
there
all
yet.
good. The start of every Bloom show is Saul setting up and that's the first act.
That's
of
part of
every
the
Bloom
vibe.
show.
That's part of the
First
vibe.
act.
It's
Telling
part of
Corey
the-
where to plug things into. Yeah.
No.
Corey, go
you're-
get this.
You're talking to the people.
Oh, dude, the last two ones. 1,
You
2,
have
3,
to-
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The plug-in ones.
Yeah, you did. I've
I
got
did the
video
channel.
of it.
Yeah, right. I got better the second time once. I knew there were groups
Should
of
we
4.
go watch that
Groups
now?
of 4. I need to
haven't.
go.
No, I haven't.
Corey needs to leave.
I haven't.
Is that
I haven't,
no takes?
I haven't like edited.
Oh, fuck.
Don't you want to watch?
Oh, yeah. Send it to me right now.
Okay.
Okay, bye everybody.
We'll see you guys there. Thanks, Nikki.
Thanks, Nikki. We love you.
Bye.
Hell yeah.
Killed it, dude.
Crushed it.